It is the world famous KROQ. I'm Megan Holiday, and today I'm here with Alex, Lynn, and Brian of the band PVRIS. How are you guys?
Good. How are
Good.
you?
Hello.
I'm doing good. Welcome. So I know that you, we were kind of talking earlier about how you just finished playing some sold out shows in Russia. And then before that, you played Reading and Leeds in the UK, which to me is such a big deal.
Yeah.
And was it your third time playing?
This is our third time.
Yeah. So how did it go?
It went awesome.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. I had a lot of vocal problems the year before we did this one, and it was like a nightmare. So it was good to like be back and kind of have a working
Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly. I was still like, could have been.
Oh, I watched the
Always hard on
live
myself.
stuff of you guys performing, and it was so good.
Oh, thanks.
Especially
Yeah.
the new songs. They sound incredible.
They've been really fun to play.
Oh my gosh. So Hallucinations and Death of Me, they're so great. And I like wondered if I should bring this up because I know that like some of your fans were like, oh, they went pop and da da da. But I'm like, no, I feel like this is a perfect evolution for you guys. And it just seems to be so natural. And if anything, it's just more electronic and upbeat and fun.
Totally. I'd say the same. It's the same like electronic to real instrument ratio that it always has been. It's just produced differently, and different areas are being highlighted more than others now. And it's really like the approach has been completely the same that it always has been. We're just like trying to push it more and elevate it more. So.
Yeah. Well, and I think it would be so boring as a band to just do the same old thing.
Totally.
So much has changed since 2014, since you guys put out your first album.
Yeah.
And it would be weird if you didn't evolve
Totally.
as musicians.
I feel like we're behind on a lot of stuff, especially like with like social media and just how people are consuming music now. It's so different than even from when we started making music or just started putting music out. So
absolutely.
we're
The
like
landscape
catch
is
up.
changing. And I just feel like a lot of bands are kind of just genre bending where nobody really fits into one area anymore. But it's what's exciting. But I think it's also hard for people because it goes against the grain. People want to put things into a box.
Yeah. But I think now is a really good time in music, but also just like in general, like worldwide, to not be putting things in boxes and just to like accept things as they are. And
hell yeah, 1000%. I love that. And through music, we can hopefully make those changes, kind of subconsciously put that into people's brains, So I was talking to Daniel Armbruster of the band Joywave because I'm obsessed with them, and I've like become really good friends with them. And so he was telling me, I think I saw him like a month and a half ago, and he was telling me how he was working on Death of Me with you. So what was it like kind of working with Daniel, and just how did that song kind of come about? How was that process?
Working with Daniel was so fun. It was I'd started the song like a year before I even brought it over to Dan to work with. And like I remember starting it, and it's just this like kind of cheeky guitar riff, and like the initial demo was so different from what it turned into be. It's like evolved. There's still a lot of the same elements, but I remember that first day working on it, I was like, this is really special, and I need to bring this to the right person to get like exactly what I was intending for it. And when I brought it to, I actually just had like random sessions with Dan set up. And I just like on a whim pulled that song up and was like, I feel like this would make sense to like work on this together. And he just like kind of added, because Joywave does like a cool combination of like cheeky but a little bit dark, but they like kind of bounce around, and that song really had that energy to me. So it was cool to bring that to him so he could like really dive in with that and help hone in on that type of energy. And then we finished it with JT, obviously, but it
sounds great. It's so
Dan's
fun.
The best.
Oh, he's the best. And I get kind of Tovlo vibes a little bit, which makes me very happy.
I love Tovlo
because I love her. And it's just so fun. And I can just imagine doing it live, how much it just must go off, and just, people getting down.
It's been fun. And we've only been playing it for a couple weeks now, and probably like less than 10 shows. And it's every night it's been getting crazier and crazier. So it's
the
fun.
cool thing too about, you're about to embark on a little tour. Tonight you're going to be playing across the street at the El Rey. Sold out, by the way. All the shows are sold out. All your shows in the UK sold out in seconds. So it's just a really exciting time. And as you go and you perform and you play these new songs, I feel like your fans are going to get what you're doing,
Totally.
you know? So I know that food on tour is a big thing. You guys have talked about this in other interviews. So what would you say, and I would like individual answers, where in the US, like what state maybe is the best place for you guys as far as food goes, or even internationally? Like what country do you enjoy going to because the food is so good?
Ooh.
Brian.
Oh,
We are
Tell me your
people
thoughts.
to ask about.
Tell me your
Brian
thoughts,
especially.
Brian.
Brian's the food guy.
I'm his like assistant foodie. You're the main foodie, and I'm your like sidekick. I'm your Robin. I'm like, it is good. It is good.
sous chef.
Yeah.
I feel like in the States, New Orleans is great.
So good.
Yeah, the food down there is amazing. But internationally, I think Italy.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
yeah, that
Italy
makes
is
sense.
great. Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in the UK it's not that great. And I'm half British. I can say this.
No,
It's good?
no.
It's good.
People just don't look hard enough.
Okay.
In the UK.
Okay.
I'd say in the States, New York and LA,
Yeah.
best food. Because are the widest arrangement
Yeah.
and like diversity food wise. And then both in New York and LA. But London has some amazing food. You just
Okay.
have to like look for it. Best Indian food.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
In
that's
London.
true. Yeah, very true. Forget about that. All right, Alex, you're up.
Made no
My
sense.
favorite thing in this world is ramen.
Yes.
So Japan for me, 100%.
Hell
Yeah.
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 But New York or LA probably, just because I've had delicious ramen there.
Yeah. So in Japan, do you get off the plane and are there people waiting at the airport for you with signs and stuff like that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. I've never been to Japan, but I know a lot of bands that go over there and they just say it's a completely different experience and
Yeah.
they get a really warm, loving vibe from the people there.
Everybody's so sweet.
Very, very
Yeah.
They're
nice.
so polite and just like I think it's a little bit more reserved, but people like when you play on stage they'll be completely quiet.
Yeah, in between songs, there's no noise.
Yeah.
What?
You can hear a
Very
pin drop.
patient.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and that's what I heard.
Yeah.
They get crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've heard that they don't grab at you. Like they'll come up and they'll say,
Very
"Hey, can I get a
polite.
selfie?" And they won't touch you and stuff,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm like, that's really nice. You don't have to worry about,
Yeah,
you know,
everyone's so
security
sweet.
and all that. Yeah. So your EP is coming out on October 25th. Can you sort of talk a little bit about, I don't know, just maybe the vibe that you guys are going for right now and what the sound is going to be like?
I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
We've been like brainstorming this one theme that I think will go onto the record, but the EP is just kind of like alluding to what the record will be. We tried to just get 5 really solid songs together and just give people a little cookie before the cake.
Yeah.
You
Here's a
know?
little taste before the album's
Yeah.
going to drop in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Well, and I think just from the 2 songs you've already dropped, you know, I feel like I get a vibe from it. And the videos are also really well done.
Thanks.
Really cool. And so the snake has appeared in both videos.
Yes.
So, and I feel like there's a lot of symbolism. There's eyeballs, there's a long tongue.
Totally.
There's-
There's a lot of references to like the occult and mysticism
Yes,
and
there
just like
is.
a lot of just like occult imagery. But the snake was a big one because all of last year and the year before was seeing snakes everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And then up until probably like this last year, it just like stopped. But it was like this really weird period of time where I just kept seeing them on like street signs, graffiti, like people's T-shirts, like car stickers, like everything.
Did you
Just
look
seeing it
into
everywhere.
what it means as a totem?
I mean, it's very polarizing. There's like a lot of negative connotations towards snakes, but there's also like really positive, like rebirth and
Yeah, you
cycles
get rid of
and-
the skin and
But
yeah.
then there's like another side of like deception and kind of shadier side of the
Right.
snake. But yeah, I like how kind of diverse all the interpretations are.
Totally. How was it holding the snake and having it in the video?
So fun.
Really?
It was so cute.
cool.
Would you become a snake owner?
If I was home enough, yeah,
You said you
absolutely.
would, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's so
I feel like my apartment would actually kind of work for it if I got like a tree snake.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just have to get like an actual tree in there. I just have a lot of plants, so I feel like a tree or two wouldn't be too weird.
That'd be pretty rad. Well, I'm just so excited for you guys. I feel like your music is so honest and it's fun, and it just seems like you're more in your own comfortable in your own skin than ever as artists and musicians. And so I'm super excited. Again, the EP is going to come out on October 25th, and then the album will be out in 2020.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you, Paris. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with me.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
for your
having us.
time.
Awesome. I'm Megan Holiday. It's KROQ.